Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MyTeam Misfits. This is actually episode 2, and if you're looking at the player right here, Ryan Anderson, you see we were interested in picking him up. And he is here for 1,300, 1,000, and 1,100. I'm willing to drop 1,000 on him because you see we've saved up a little bit of money, and I will tell you why in just a second. So we bought him out. I got a lot of the money back from selling some of the starting players that we didn't need, the bronze ones. Also, I was not very happy with Isaiah Cannon or Sam Dallenbert. I'm selling Sam right now, just dropping him for 1,100. He is lower tonight due to Throwback Thursday, because it's actually Thursday right now, so his price will drop a little bit, but I can break about even for him, and if he doesn't sell, I can just sell him a little bit more afterwards. So I got Ryan Anderson because instead of looking up a certain name per se, I took a different approach. We needed a stretch 4. We need a stretch 4 who can hit the fadeaway. And create post looks for us and be able to rebound as well. And so I went down and I put in 80 standing shot 3 and 80 post fadeaway for the power forward, and he came up among other people, but he is the only silver card that can do that, and he's only 1,000, and he can do what basically LaMarcus Aldridge could do. Now, LaMarcus Aldridge has a lot better tools along with that. This guy is kind of a one and done, but, looking at him, his stuff just makes him too valuable. And now we have exactly what I wanted. We have a front court that can do damage between the two of them. Now, we still are looking for a small forward. I want a good defensive one that can shoot the tray ball and is still athletic, aka Kawhi Leonard would be awesome, but that's not too important. Once we get into the game and I break it down, I'll record my voice after the gameplay, but for right now, it's not too important. So that's why I'm recording live, pretty much. Brandon Dawson, Arnett Moultrie, we can get rid of. We can actually sell Arnett Moultrie because we don't need him. It's just a bronze card. Unless we get an injury, that might not be too great, but oops, don't want to do that. So we're gonna check out, what am I looking for? Collection? Oh yes, okay. So we're looking for Arnett Moultrie. We're gonna sell him and get some good MT. I'm not really sure what team he played for, but I do know. Okay, yes. Send to my auctions. So we're gonna get about 700 for him. 700 MT is what I'm gonna put him for. They usually sell. Typically, bronze players can sell for, pretty quickly with that price, and that's pretty nice. 700 free MT. Other than that, we're ready to get into our game. I did play a domination match already. We beat the Magic, and then we're going to play the Lakers in this one. After we start getting a little bit of a silver team going on and things, we can start doing challenges and other things like that. But right now, I wanted to play through domination a little bit. And we will be right back with the daily tip. Okay, so for the daily tip, what I wanted to talk about was passing to the cutter. Basically, when you're standing and about to set up your play, about to set up your offensive attack, and there's no open players, you just hold down Y or triangle button based on where you're playing and what console, and either your wing or sometimes even your big men will run towards the basket. You hold down the button, and as soon as you let go, they pass it to the person. So it's an easy way to get your other guy, your off-ball players, to cut to the basket. You pass to them, and it's an easy finish or foul 9 times out of 10. Perfect. We're going to demonstrate in this, and you guys will see exactly how and why it's so useful. So without further ado, we're going to talk about the starters and the team. We are not going to get too deep into who we've already done, but for the new additions, I decided to keep Phil Pressey in as our starting point guard. He's played so well. I said we needed an offensive point guard who could deliver more, and in the last one against the Orlando Magic, he actually dropped 11 points on 3 for 3 3-pointers. So, and that's ridiculous. So we decided to keep him there. He's proved his worth. He's still played great defensively. Ryan Anderson, he's going to be our stretch forward, provide offense for us, provide offense and rebounding. Exactly what we need. He's a solid guy. He's not going to be a turnover machine, and he's not going to fail us numerous times. That's another huge part of why Ryan Anderson is so useful. Shabazz Napier, coming off the bench, he is our only other silver. We kept him for the offensive point guard. He is a small guy too, but he can shoot the 3 ball with an 82. If you're over 80, in my opinion, you are a good shooter for the 3-point. And basically, that gives us Phil Pressey to start and be our backbone, and then Shabazz Napier to come off and score on the bench when we're lacking or when we put in our second unit. That way we have some offensive potential. He's not a great defender, but that's okay. He's actually a worse defender than Isaiah Cannon was, but he's a better offensive player. And the way Isaiah Cannon played last game was pretty abysmal. So that's why I decided, just out of pure bigotry, I wanted Shabazz Napier to start. So in a second, guys, we'll actually get into the game. Okay, guys, so you see us take it down in the post. We see the matchup. D'Angelo Russell is no match for Jahlil Okafor. Get fouled and the bucket. Perfect. That's all you have to do. Pass it to the big man and let him finish when the matchup is like that. One-on-one scenario shown perfectly. Alright, so we're trying to look for a cutter for the basket. We're moving in towards it. Jahlil Okafor's running straight to it. We didn't even have to use the cutting motion that time, but usually if you want him to cut, you're going to have to use the triangle or Y depending on what you're playing. Okay, so we're trying to set up a play. We see the offensive player. He's driving to the basket with the cut. Weaves through 2 defenders. Easy bucket. No sweat. That is how every play should be if you can get it like that. Finger looking good. Okay, so now we're back on offense, and we're passing the ball up. We have Napier. He's trying to get to the bucket, and he does exactly what we have him for. Score those points. He is that spark off the bench, and oh my goodness, was he great for us this game. And then, if you thought it was over, he plays a little bit of defense too. Oh my goodness, look at the steal. He drives to the basket, easy finish. Wow, this was beautiful. Okay, so we're on defense, and they're looking around for an offensive unit to go to. They see right over here Nick Young, wide open 3-point shooter, and no good. Okay, so we're back on defense now, and our number one priority is to get that ball to the other side before the quarter ends, and we are doing our very best, playing tight defense, and look, we perfectly stripped the ball away from Kobe, and it is all game from there. Perfect defense. Alright, so we're looking to get into the post to score. They're playing very tough defense though, so I can't get the ball all the way in. So we decide to pass out, and right there's a wide open shot, and boom, we take it. Whenever you got a guy that good to take shots, let him score. Alright, so now I don't want to hesitate. I want to get the ball into the basket as quick as I can. And look who we have here. Drive and a finish. He has been so key for our offense off the bench. You have no idea. Okay, so here you see we take the W and we destroy them, just as we expected we would. It was an absolutely great offensive game, put us in the lead, defense was there, everything was there, and you can't get any better than that. 874 MT, perfect. I mean, I use that word a lot, but for this series, it's appropriate. There is nothing else you can even describe the way we play basketball and the way we get things done. Jahlil Okafor played great, and not to mention Nick Stauskas, he did his thing. What I'm really surprised about is Shabazz Napier. Shabazz Napier played unbelievable, and I'm gonna put their little grades down, or somewhere in the right side of the corner. But I'd say he was an A- in his grade for productivity, whatever you want to say. He was about an A- for his debut. Ryan Anderson, about a B- for his debut. He played well, he did what we wanted him to do, definitely nothing wrong with him, but at the same time he didn't show up as much as I thought he would. He wasn't as big as a piece as I thought he was. But other than that, everybody else played great, everybody else did their thing. We had product, we had the success of the team, and that is what's really, really important. And we will get back to you once we start prowling the auction block a little bit, and you guys get to see something else pretty awesome. 1 second. Alright, so this is our player pack for the LA Lakers. We're kind of hoping for a big man. We're kind of hoping for somebody good. Maybe even Kobe. No, we don't actually get him. We get Nick Young. Ew. I don't like him, but at the same time, his ratings are perfect for what we need off the bench offensively, and I think we could put him to good use if we actually try. Alright, so we were looking for a new small forward to replace our starting one, and we actually stumbled upon Trevor Ariza, which was a perfect pickup for us. We were looking for somebody who could have an 80 dunk, 83 pointer, and about a 70 steal. And I was expecting somebody super high priced and somebody super out of the ordinary and out of reach for us. But we found Trevor Ariza, and that was great. That was like, wow, I never even thought about this guy. He's perfect for what we're doing. He has everything, the 3 staple things that we want for a starting small forward, and he was cheap. We ended up getting him for $1,250, which is incredible price for somebody who's going to make his worth in 1 to 2 games easily. Absolutely beautiful pickup, and this is the type of guy you got to be looking out for if you need a good small forward. Alright, thank you guys so much for keeping up with the series and enjoying it as much as I enjoy putting out there. It takes a ton of time to edit, but if you are enjoying it, please remember to leave feedback. Let us know, subscribe, get us out there, come on. Help us out, because this takes a lot of time, but it is so worth it. Everything I can send out to you guys is so worth it. So, without further ado, thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and stay classy.